Material science and engineering is a very complex discipline that involves chemistry, physics, and multiple branches of mathematics such as calculus and statistics.
So it's like a field of study of just the properties and mechanics of different materials. We kind of span from the smallest range of like a more chemistry related side of like how atoms are bonded in metals, all the way to the larger scale, more mechanics side, things like strength, ductility.
My definition of MSE is the study of how things look, feel, and behave the way they do. And it's also the engineering and manipulation of those properties into materials that we know and love and use every single day.
So I decided to pursue a degree in materials engineering because of the flexibility that the degree offers.
I find that engineers are often looking into what can I do with this material, but in MSc you now get to look into what can I do to this material, so how best can I leverage its properties for whatever purpose I need.
I chose MSE to hopefully contribute to the fight against climate change through the development of sustainable materials.
I really enjoyed chemistry in high school, and that basically led to my love of MSE. I really enjoyed seeing the applications of how properties work in different materials all around me in the real world.
Ever since I was a kid, I would ask a lot of questions, and I was a curious kid, but the questions that I would fixate on the most are the questions that had to do with me interacting with my surroundings. So if I were to touch something, I would wonder, well, why is this rough? And why is this soft? Why is this cold? Why is this hot? Why is this sticky, for example? And I think the interesting thing is that those questions actually have a significant depth behind them, depending on how you want to tackle it. So as soon as I learned that there was a program out there that's like, hey, we can answer all these questions and you can study all these questions, I was like, well, sign me up.
Energy, construction, biotech, nanotech, and lots of others, even consulting. And an engineering degree in general is just very versatile.
I think you can access a multitude of different careers with an MSc degree. For example, my current PY is at Intel Canada as a thermal mechanical design intern. And even though that's a mechanical position, I still get to work there as a material science engineer. And I think I'm able to apply a lot of my MSc knowledge that I've learned from my program into the job. For example, which material would be better for thermal transfer for this application? How can I manufacture this part so that the material is within tolerance? I think there's this very popular assertion that MSc is kind of the love child between chemical and mechanical. And I think that's actually fairly accurate. A person with an MSc degree can get jobs in the mechanical field, the chemical field, and of course the materials engineering field.
And also an MSc degree gives you strong design skills, so that could put you somewhere in the aerospace industry. So overall there's a lot of versatility involved in MSc. I myself am really interested in nanotechnology and design of materials.
So coming out of high school, and coming into first year, I didn't really appreciate what you can get out of a small class size like we have at MSE. But in my second year, I really learned that there's a lot of unique opportunities, aside from just the obvious social opportunities where you can become really good friends with a lot of people really quickly. All of us gain really good access to our professors, and we gain a really close-knit personal relationship to the point where we can really, as a class, shape what we want out of our class in a really quick and effective way so that it's better for everyone taking it.
Definitely time management. That's probably the best skill you can have in any of the engineering disciplines. If you manage your time wisely, schedule everything in, you can get it done, I promise you. You just have to just write it down and map it out and always be planning your time and plan your free time too. Plan time off, build that into your schedule.
I'd say join any clubs or teams that you're interested in. They're a really great way to either develop new skills that you don't have that you would like to, or just to expand on skills that you already have. Also, it's a great way to meet new people and just have fun experiences. So I'd say any clubs or teams that you're interested in, just go for it.
Not to overstress about things that I can't control. As long as I'm doing my best, there's nothing more I can do. And once I've handed an assignment, there's also nothing I can do. So to let go of the stresses once you're doing your best.
To not procrastinate and manage my tasks and deadlines wisely. I feel like back in first year, there were lots of things on my plate. So I wish I did put a bit more effort into my academics.
During the first few weeks of first year, you hit with this torrent of assignments, projects, midterms, deadlines, exams, and it all gets really overwhelming and you're just swept away by all of that. And that became my life during first year. I wake up, I work on a bunch of assignments and study, and then I go to sleep. And I don't think I really made any time for myself. So the advice that I would give is to just take a step back and to kind of ask yourself, well, why did I sign up for this? Why am I here? What do I want to learn? What do I want to get out of this? And I think once I ascertained some answers to those questions, I was able to prioritize a lot of things, what I needed to do, and of course what I enjoyed and loved doing. And that made for a much more balanced and enjoyable university experience.